The problem that most marketing agencies face as they grow is that they struggle to maintain the same high quality service that they can deliver when they were smaller. And this is something that I've faced myself. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different changes that I've made in the last year that has allowed us to scale the marketing agency to over $1 million per year in revenue while maintaining the same quality of service we were able to deliver when we were much smaller. So let's get right into it. Quick background on me. I run HaysMedia.co. We are a marketing agency that works with e-commerce brands. We've been around since 2020. Before then, I was freelancing for 4 years. So I've been in this space of running ads and marketing and advertising for nearly 10 years now. And we do different services for clients: direct response, ad creative, meta media buying, and email and SMS marketing. We have some good case studies, testimonials. We're a real company. And yeah, as mentioned, we scaled to $1 million in revenue last year with a fully remote team. So let's actually get into the 3 different areas. The first one is compensation. So the change I made was I restructured every employee's compensation so that they're rewarded if clients stay and if clients pay the agency more. Now, this is for full-time employees and it's for employees that have a direct impact on client performance. It's not for everyone in the company, but it's for those that can actually make a meaningful change on our client accounts. And the whole thing here is that it aligns incentives. So I'm trying to align the incentives of what I want and what the company wants with the individuals that work on my team. And when we're all aligned, it just leads to a much more streamlined approach. Now they're incentivized to deliver better work. You deliver better work, you get paid more. It's that simple. So I'll show you an example of how this looks with, this is a randomized example, but an actual real structure from our company. This is the bonus structure. So this is like on top of the base salary. So the first thing is KPIs. We have different KPIs. And when setting KPIs, you want to do them quarterly because it gives the team enough time to achieve them, but also you don't want to be on very short time frames, not like weekly and monthly things. Weekly and monthly, you can have different targets for sure, but you want to be looking at quarters because it gives your team sort of that longer term mindset as well. And you know that you want to keep your clients for long, and sometimes it takes a few months to actually get performance or deliver products or whatever service you're delivering. There's always time involved. That's the aspect of done for you agency work. So when I select KPIs, I want to select KPIs that are directly correlated with what I want as an agency. So client portfolio revenue increase. This is the portfolio of the clients that they're managing. How much is their revenue increasing quarter over quarter? And we compare that to the same quarter of the previous year so that it's fair. Then we have average client retention, because if you were to just focus on increasing your client revenue, then we have average client retention, which is obviously very, very important for us. So if we want to continue growing as a company, we need to know that we can keep our existing clients as we add new clients. So if our clients' revenue is increasing and we're able to retain clients, that's great. And then the next one is number of major issues. These are things like big mistakes going out, typos in emails, wrong ads being live, detrimental website issues, like whatever service you're delivering. It's something that damages the client relationship and puts the client at risk. So we have this in here as a KPI because even if, let's just say we were to just focus on increasing client revenue, like your KPI is to increase client revenue. Cool. But you always need something to anchor KPIs so that they're balanced. So if they were only incentivized to increase revenue, if we're doing email marketing, they could send 10 emails a week to achieve the bonus. But with client retention anchored here as well is the client doesn't want that because you're probably going to burn their list. And if you move too fast and reckless, you're probably going to run into some major issues. So everything is balanced out. And this is the idea with the KPIs. You want to balance them out. So the way we do it is we have 3 of them. Each has an equal weight, right? So no one is greater than the other. We have a quarterly bonus amount available for the team. This is per team member, of course. That $900 in this example is split equally across the 3 KPIs. So $300 per KPI. Then when we set the KPIs and we look at the end of the quarter, we say, was this achieved? Yes and no. The key with KPIs as well is you do not want to make them qualitative. You don't want to make it open to interpretation, opinion, bias. You want to make it very black and white. Yes, no. It's quantitative. It's like 15%, max 1 client churn, 0 major issues. If you have 1 major issue, that KPI is not hit. If your portfolio revenue increase is 14.99, it's not 15%. It's not hit. If 2 clients churn, that's not hit. So we can make it, there's a very clear separation. And I see that a lot of companies run into this issue where they set these KPIs, which are how we feel you have performed. That's BS. Don't do that. So it's clear, was it achieved? Yes, no. If it was achieved, they get 1/3 of the bonus per KPI. So in this example, 2 of them were achieved and, 2/3, because 2/3 of the KPIs were achieved, 2/3 of the bonus is paid out. This is the bonus structure. Now, base salary, the example here is that the increases to the base salary are available 2 times per year, end of Q2, end of Q4. Now, the base salary increases by 3% each period, 2 times per year, if 5 out of 6 of the KPIs are achieved across the previous 2 quarters. What does this mean? It means that over 2 quarters, we're going to have 6 results, 6 yeses and nos. And if you have at least 5 yeses, then you do get the increase in salary. You get the 3% increase. And that way, we're rewarding people in terms of the base salary increase as well, based on their performance, not just over 1 quarter, but over 2 quarters. So this is just how we're doing it. For some team members in some positions, other team members, like leaders, it's different. Happy to go further into this stuff if it's helpful. But getting back to our 3 different areas, this is the first one, compensation, right? You want to align that as much as possible with what you want as an agency. If you're offering performance-based services like Facebook ads, ad creatives, SEO, then you might, like, let's just say, for example, clients pay you on performance. Then you want the team that's working on those clients to be rewarded the more the clients pay you, because that means they're delivering better work. And if they can see, okay, if clients pay us more, I get paid more, if they're going to go above and beyond to try and do more and get more performance for that client, which in turn, the client grows further, the client stays more. You can see how this is playing out. So the next thing is Pulse. So one thing that we've been using is software to keep an accurate pulse on your team. And the more clients you have, the further away from the work quality you become. And usually other people are managing this for you as well. Usually, if you have many different clients, you have leaders, department leaders, managers, maybe a COO, someone in the company who is leading the team for you and overseeing the client relationships and quality. And you may trust their judgment, but they're human and they will miss things. Trust me, I've seen this myself. And because, especially if you're running a remote team, this is like 10 times more important, because you can't, like, even your leaders, they can't really see what's going on behind each employee's screen. If you're in an office, you can read the room and you can talk to individuals every day. Remote setting is very, very different. And remote work has a lot of positives, a lot of benefits. But one of the main downsides is this. You struggle to keep an accurate pulse on your team. This is why, for example, I built this software, Yander, and alongside a co-founder of mine. And we built this specifically for this reason, because we want to keep a pulse on our team. We want to make sure that they're not drowning in work. We want to make sure that they're collaborating and that they're engaged and that they have everything they need to do their best work. It's better for us. It's better for the team. This is not some creepy surveillance tool where we're like monitoring their private DMs and stuff. Like, it's none of that. It cannot do that. It can only access what I can access or what my leaders can access in terms of Slack channels, email threads, recorded Zoom meetings or Google Meets, for example, and also across project management tools like Notion and ClickUp. So with that visibility that we already have, this is using AI and behavioral analysis to give us insights into who may be struggling with workload, or who has more capacity than we think they do, or who is not attending meetings that they should be, or what meetings are not even happening that should be happening. These are things that you need as a leader to continue to manage a strong remote team and continue to over-deliver for your clients. This is so important. I built my own software for this, and now we're rolling it out to some other marketing agencies. If you're interested, you can come over to our website and join the waitlist, and we can reach out to you with further details about exactly how it works. But yeah, this is such a key part to being able to continue to keep a pulse on your team. Third thing is the environment. So what I do is I ruthlessly audit the work environment that I'm creating with one main question. Is this an environment where A players can thrive? And if it's not, we have a problem. And the truth about most workplaces is that standards are low, growth paths aren't clear, and B players push A players out of the company. Most companies don't realize this, and especially as you grow, it becomes harder and harder to know who on your team is, new hires coming in that maybe you didn't even make, that your leaders made for you. But those people are not A players, they're B players or C players. What happens is that it's like a bad apple. It spoils everyone on the team. It brings the whole energy down. If you're an A player and there's someone on your team who's not it doesn't make the cut, you're going to feel that. And, you might go to your leader and say, hey, look, this person is not it. But that person's probably not going to do that because they're afraid that that's going to actually lead to consequences of them and their work. So they'll end up saying nothing, and probably over time they'll just end up leaving the company because it's not just the environment for winners. An agency is so people focused as well. Like, you need to ruthlessly monitor your team. Like, if someone is there, it's just not it. Everyone can feel it. Trust me, everyone can feel it. If it's a remote environment, everyone can still feel it. It's the energy. It's what that person says. It's, no, I don't think we can achieve those goals. Like, you have to cut that out as fast as possible. So all of this starts with you as the agency owner, the CEO, the leader, whatever the position is that you're occupying. It starts with you. The behaviors that you embody on a day-to-day basis, the actions. It's not just what you say. It's not just what you type in Slack. It's the actions. What are you doing every day? And you lead by example. So if you're doing 100%, you can expect your team to do 90%. But if you're doing 70%, your team is going to be pushing 55, 60% of what they can actually do. So you need to audit yourself first and foremost, along with that environment. So these are 3 key changes that I've made last year and even going into this year to be able to continue to grow my marketing agency, add clients, add team without things breaking, without our work quality dropping, without our client churn going up, without our employee churn going up. Like, these things are all so important to have in place before you grow. And as business owners and entrepreneurs, we want to grow. We want to grow. But what I found is that without these things in place, I end up growing to have to come back to where I was 6 months ago to fix the things that should have been fixed 6 months ago to then grow again. It's just a waste of time. So yeah, sharing this with you so that you don't have to go through the same mistakes that I've done, or maybe you're watching this video nodding your head saying, yeah, this is exactly what I've been through. Hopefully that some of this stuff can actually help you moving forward. And as I mentioned, if you want to try out Yandr, go to yandr.io. It's going to help you keep a strong pulse on your team. Your team's going to be better off for it as well, because they can actually be seen for the work that they're doing. And yeah, this has helped us a lot. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.